Welcome friends, in this video let's discuss about the topic ecological pyramids. This is part of environment and ecology series. So what is ecological pyramid? It is a graphical representation designed to show the biomass or bioproductivity at each graphic level in a given ecosystem. So ecological pyramid is a graphical representation. Here each trophic level is represented by horizontal slabs. Okay. Here, for example, the primary producer is represented by horizontal slab occupying the basic position, and the length of this horizontal line represent the quantum of number, biomass or energy it holds. For example, here, longer the length, it has more energy, more number. Okay, the next traffic level is primary consumer. It occupies the next level. Okay, here the length of this line is shorter than compared to the primary producer, so that this has less energy, less number than compared to the previous level. Okay, then the secondary consumer. Okay, this is still shorter. Then tertiary consumer, then quaternary consumer. Okay, this is the graphical representation. It is also having another principle called rule of 10. Rule of rule of 10. That means roughly 10% energy is transferred from one traffic level to the another, and remaining energy is lost in the form of heat. For example, here the primary producer may fix the sun's energy into food. For example, it stores 10,000 kilocalories of energy in its leaves and fruits. Imagine that. Then, if the primary consumers, that is any rabbit, grasshopper, consumes the plants, it gets only 10% of this energy stored in this plant. Okay, 10% means 1000 kilocalories of energy, and remaining energy is lost in the form of heat or for metabolic activities of these animals. Okay, this also hold good for the next level also. If the secondary consumers attacks this primary consumer and eats that one, then it gets 10% of this energy. That means only 100 kilocalories of energy, and remaining energy is lost in the form of heat and metabolic activities. Okay, and the next level still lower, that is it gets only 10 kilocalories, and the top trophic level gets only 1 kilocalories of energy. So roughly 10% energy is lost at each trophic level, and very less energy is available for the last trophic level. Okay, so this is called rule of 10. And the number, biomass and energy of organisms gradually decreases. Okay, it gradually decreases with each step from producer level to the consumer level. And the diagrammatic representation assumes the pyramidal shape, because the number, energy and biomass decreases from one level to the next level. So since this is decreasing, it assumes the shape of a pyramid. If it is not the case, it might have been appearing like a box or some other shape. Since it is decreasing, it is appearing as a pyramidal shape. So ecological pyramid are of three categories. Okay, the pyramid of numbers, pyramid of biomass and pyramid of energy. Okay, then let's discuss about the pyramid of numbers. So this deals with the relationship between the number of primary producers and consumers of different levels. So it is a graphical representation of the total number of individuals of different species belong to each trophic level in an ecosystem. So this pyramid of numbers may be upright as well as the inverted. Okay, if the primary producers are more in number when compared to the next trophic levels, then the pyramid of numbers will be of upright position. Okay, here in a grassland ecosystem, number of grasses are more when compared to the primary consumers. Here grasshoppers, so number of grasshoppers are less when compared to the number of grasses. So this, and next level, the rodents which attack the grasshoppers are still less in number, and snakes when compared to the rodents are still less in number, and peacock is less in number when compared to the number of snakes. So this pyramid of numbers assumes the upright triangular shape. So this is one thing. And here in pond ecosystem also similar is the case. So this has more number when compared to the fishes, and still carnivorous fishes are still less in number, and these birds are very much less when compared to the previous trophic level. So this assumes the upright pyramid of number position. So another category is inverted position. Here we can see this in terrestrial ecosystem, that is forest ecosystem. In forest ecosystem, number of trees are less when compared to the number of tree are less when compared to the number of birds. Okay, for example, a single tree can support lot of birds, okay, which in turn harbors lot of parasites, and each bird can harbor 20 to 30 more than 50 parasites. Okay, and this each parasite will harbor number of hyperparasites, which means parasites of parasites. So the inverted pyramid of numbers, the producers are less in number when compared to the higher trophic levels. This is called pyramid of numbers. It has both upright as well as inverted structure. So pyramid of biomass, in order to overcome the shortcomings which are present in the pyramid of numbers, pyramid of biomass is used. Okay, in this principle, the organisms at each trophic levels are weighed, and weight of these organisms are taken, all the organisms, and they are compared, and the diagram graphical representation is designed. For example, here in terrestrial ecosystem, trees weight of trees maybe 1000 kg, and the next herbivores still less. Here it assumes only 100 kg, and primary consumers 10 kg, then top carnivore only 1 kg. This shows the pyramid of biomass. Here inverted pyramid of biomass can also be seen. It is seen in aquatic ecosystem. Okay, it is seen in aquatic ecosystem. Here, because in aquatic ecosystem the phytoplanktons are more in number, but they are very small, and they do not have more weight when compared to the herbivores and carnivores. So even though they are very small, they produce very large quantity, and their biological life cycle is very short. More number of units are produced in a short span of time. So they occupy the lowest position. Their biomass is very less when compared to this number. Okay, their 4 gram per meter square is their biomass. Then the herbivores, that is the fishes which consume these phytoplanktons, have more biomass, that is 8 gram per meter square. Then carnivorous fishes, these fishes which eat on small fishes, has more biomass when compared to this herbivorous fishes. This is 12 gram per meter square. See, so this occupies the inverted shape of the pyramid of biomass. So the next level is pyramid of energy. This pyramid is called pyramid of energy. Here, this is the most suitable mechanism to represent the trophic level interaction. Okay, and this pyramid of energy uh, follows the law of thermodynamics. For example, the transfer of energy is accompanied by loss of heat. Some energy is lost in the form of heat. The this phenomenon I have explained in my first slide. For example, primary producers produce 100% of energy, and the primary consumers, in while getting food, it consumes only it produces only 10% of energy, and remaining energy is lost in the form of heat. Likewise, 10% is gained here, and 90% is lost, and 10% is gained here from this level, and another 90% is lost in the form of heat and metabolic activity. So always, because of this mechanism, always this pyramid is always upright, not inverted. Please note this. This is very important from examination point of view. Pyramid of energy is always in an upright position, not in inverted position. Okay. So thank you. Thanks for watching. This is about ecological pyramids. Please subscribe to the channel.